here we are. It's What Women Binge.
We
New York style, Alabama style. In the house. I mean, this isn't really purple.
We partied last week, but I felt like carrying it over.
This is your party time, your birthday.
This is celebrate good times. Come on.
What's up? Oh, speaking of.
Oh, yeah. For those who aren't watching, I'm wearing sequins today.
She's wearing sequins and rainbow colors. Well, today we're having question and answer day, you guys.
Woohoo!
It's question.
We took we took these questions from the interwebs where we interact with all of you.
You mean the World Wide Web?
The World Wide Web. From our Instagram, where you should follow us.
We got
Melissa Joan Hart.
Me. What?
At Amanda Lee.
Her, huh?
At What Women Binge.
What Women Binge. And our YouTube channel?
I'm not Amanda Lee.
You're Amanda WWB.
I'm Amanda WWB.
Amanda Dub.
I am Amanda Lee, but
you're a dub.
Yeah.
But our questions, so we got like hundreds of responses very quickly.
I know.
So we could only pick like 7 because we talk too much. So.
Well, and if we have time for more, Brain will give us more, but we likely won't have time for more because we know who we are.
Should we dive in because we talk so much?
I'm going to ask you because most of these are directed to you.
Okay.
I'm going to.
I don't know. I think this first one's for you.
No, that's
how have you stayed so normal?
The person's name is Amanda.
Oh,
it's
is
not
that you?
For
Did you
me.
ask it? No, I think it's for you because it's how have you stayed so normal?
I think they're asking you.
I know. I was joking.
Amanda wants to know, not me, the other Amanda.
I just want to know, when you're raised in Alabama, how do you stay so normal? I guess I could ask my husband that too.
Joke's on you, I'm not normal.
I know. I was waiting for that. I was actually waiting for that.
How have you stayed so normal? She has watched you since Clarissa and Sabrina, and now when you share your life on here, you're so relatable and normal.
Aw. Okay, so what's funny is I've always gotten the question, how have you stayed so normal? By the way, what's normal? It's all relative, right? Subjective,
Can I be honest?
objective.
You're not normal.
I'm not. But I'm not abnormal either.
No.
So here's the thing. I wrote a book because people kept asking me this question. I'm not very proud of the book. The book is fine. It's fine. It's not as kind of cute as I wish it was. But if you want some answers about my life,
cuter?
Go there. You know what the thing is? I had a problem kind of. It sounds like me talking in a way, but it doesn't. There are some jokes in there that are not really me, that are a little bit hard hitting, maybe a little mean. My brother read it and was like, "This doesn't. Why would you say this about people?" And I was like, "Oh, sorry." You're right. I shouldn't have. But I think I made like a Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen joke or something like that. Or he was like, "Why would you even? You don't even know them. Like, why would you?" I was like, "Oh, well, true." But anyway, I was like, that might have been the editor. But
let's blame it on that.
But the thing is too, I wish I had like spent more time on it and like dug through photos and like sparked memories, because I just kind of wrote down stories that I remembered. But they say that you only remember things the way you last told it. You only remember a story the way you last told it. You don't necessarily remember it, and it depends on your audience, right? So you'll weigh in on things that people might think are heavier or sadder or whatever, you know what I mean, to relate to someone based on their experience that you know. So you never really tell the story the same way twice or 3 times, and you kind of remember the way you told the story more than you remember the story. So I don't know. I feel like if I had had some pictures and I had done some more kind of research on my own life, watched some of my stuff back, it might have sparked a lot more that I could have gotten a little deeper in.
Now, I will say this. Out of all of the celebrities that I've met so far, most of which you've introduced me to, you are certainly the most normal of them.
Oh, thank you.
And the most relatable. Like an outsider perspective into your life, you live as normally as you possibly can.
Yeah.
For what you do and how you have to adapt.
Well, the thing is, I was raised really normally. Like, I was raised in a kind of lower income home in the suburbs of New York, but like small town stuff, riding the school bus, right? Like, kind of never knew that we were poor, but didn't, but knew we couldn't have things that other people had.
Pre-Clarissa, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When I was little. And so like elementary school days are totally normal. I mean, it's me. I was going to auditions in the city once in a while, which people would be like, what? And I was like on a Rice Krispies commercial and people were like, what? But I didn't, it was more embarrassing than it, when people recognized me on stuff, it was more embarrassing than like, the one thing all kids think is you must drive around in a limo. That was like the one question. Do you have a limo?
That's so funny.
Do you go in a limo everywhere? I'm like, that's so funny. That's like the Hollywood thought, right?
As a child, I totally thought all movie stars ride around in limos.
And if you don't, you're not
good.
I
think my children must still think this because that was the
we
one
had
thing
an Oldsmobile, just so you know. Station wagon.
That's what Golda asked for their birthday.
A limo, yeah.
Was to ride in a limo.
You did a Home Alone limo ride with the pizza.
But it was like, wow, that has not changed.
Yeah, no, it's weird. It's like you really think a
that.
stretch. And by the way, there's nothing more nauseating than driving around in a stretch freaking limo. But except if it's a Hummer limo. But but I feel like I did Girl Scouts. I did dance classes. I rode my bike to friends' houses. Nobody treated me any differently. I didn't see anything outside of like auditioning. And there was just a bunch of kids trying to get the same job. Like, if anything, it was like a little cutthroat, a little bit of rejection.
Your teenage years were not normal.
My teenage years were different because by the time I was 14, 13, I was living in Orlando part-time shooting a TV show. But at the same time, it's the experience. I know it's not any different. Like, and I wasn't like I wasn't in LA. I wasn't on red carpets. I wasn't hanging out with, some of my friends were hanging out a lot with Charlie Sheen and you know what I mean? Like doing cocaine.
Kind of glad you weren't there.
I mean, I worked with Drew Barrymore when I was 10 years old and she was about 6 months older than me and she was teaching boys to make out and doing lines, you know? So like, and living in her own hotel room. I had my mom and my baby brother with me, but we were in Mississippi. Natchez, Mississippi. And my mom everyone kept calling my mom, ma'am. And she was like, please don't call me ma'am. And now
man.
My kids have to call everyone ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am is important around here. Well, all that to say, you've stayed so normal because...
I think because I was raised normally.
Yeah.
And because I also kind of treasure that. I do treasure like my kids need to sit and coach. And we were recently with a family that had a chef, a butler, and like a housekeeper and an assistant everywhere they went. And my kids were kind of like, why are these people always around? I was like,
where are there strangers in
I was like, I don't know, but I'll take the butler.
I think I would choose the chef over a butler.
A chef would be pretty
I can
amazing.
make my own
but I only want the
drinks
chef there. Yeah.
run my own baths, but
No, the butler for me is like the home fix stuff, the checking the mail, the making sure that everyday stuff is
That's like a household
folding the
manager.
laundry. Yeah.
More like
But I
that.
think of like a butler would be sort of like handling all the household stuff that's just repetitive every day, you know?
yes, I do know.
Like I kind of like the deep cleaning. I kind of like the like I love throwing in a load of laundry and moving it to the dryer. I hate folding it.
You know what I want real bad?
What?
This steam cleaner that I keep getting served an ad for. Have you seen it with the little
clothing?
No, well, I've seen that too. No, it's the one.
One of our friends
that
has
has
the
the, like-
closet cleaner.
Oh
So you don't
yeah,
have to go to the dry cleaner.
Yeah.
And they have it at Costco right now.
the swash, is that what it's called?
I don't
what
know.
it's called. It used to be called that.
But what were you talking about?
No, so this is like a steam cleaner for your house, and it's got this like pinpoint nozzle, so you can get your baseboards with it.
No. That's what I did yesterday.
I
went
usually
crazy
go
on my
at
base-
it with warm water and a magic eraser.
Magic eraser.
But this thing, it shows that you just steam
like
it and wipe it off.
Like I was using a microfiber like cloth.
Yeah, I like
slightly
that.
damp, you know. But like, yeah, I mean, I'm about to go around with some paint and do some paint touch-ups. But if
I've
I had a
got
butler,
to
I
do
wouldn't
that.
have to do that, you know.
I-
Meanwhile, I don't want anyone
You're
around,
making it work for
but
me.
I don't want
I'm like,
anyone in the
oh,
house. Like,
okay, maybe I do want a butler.
having an exchange student last year was a big deal for us because we don't like anyone in the house. We're like, can you like come in and then leave quickly? Thank you. Not our exchange student. We didn't do that. We love Nico.
She did not make him clean.
No.
Okay, Megan wants to know, what are you most excited to work on in 2024? Can you tell us any of that?
I don't know if I can say anything specific. I mean, I can be vague. I have a lot going on.
You do.
There's all different levels of Christmas movie, let's say. There's all different levels of producing. There's all different levels of directing. And there's all different levels of acting.
You have like 10
There's some true
irons in the fire
crime
right now.
Yeah, there's some Christmas movies. There's some series. There's an animated. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. And we'll see. I mean, you throw it all at the wall and hope some of it sticks. But, you know, if you have good starchy spaghetti, it should all stick. So we're just hoping that you can't put the sauce on it or put the olive oil in the pot. You just got to like
Don't count your chickens
noodles
before they
slightly
hatch.
gooey. Yeah.
Is what we say here.
Exactly.
But no, everything
so
you've told
there's
me
so many
about,
things.
I don't know. I don't even think I know all of it. But like, it's all
There's some
exciting.
big stuff. There's some small stuff. There's some fun stuff. There's like stand-up comedy stuff coming up that I hope to do again.
You're gonna be seeing a lot of Melissa Joan Hart.
I hope so. Well, maybe not because
2024.
it's not all face stuff.
A lot of her work. Well, I can tell you that I'm looking at 2024 with 2020
2020 vision.
I can see it ahead of me.
Let me guess why. Let me guess why you have 2020.
One
vision.
guess.
Is it because of Pair Eyewear?
You're so
Am I right?
smart. You're so smart.
Because look, I'm wearing my Pair Eyewear right now.
Yes, you are.
It brings everything into focus, right? And Pair Eyewear base frames start at just $60, including your prescription.
Isn't that so cool? And then $25 and you get these face plates that you just pop right on.
You can
change
get
your look.
affordable progressive lenses, and you can save by using pre-tax FSA and HSA dollars.
It's so cool. They are
Plus,
so
you
great.
can get 15% off by using our code BINGE, BINGE, at paireyewear.com.
So go get your glasses, your husband's glasses, your kids' glasses, your progressive lenses.
And can we talk about how cute they are? Like, so you get the base frame, and then you pop on the top frames, and the top frames just have all different kinds of designs, collections, collabs, anything you might want.
And they have free standard shipping and a flexible 30-day return policy. So if you don't like it, which I guarantee you, you're going to like it. But if you don't for some reason,
You're going to love it.
you can send it back.
And it includes wide frames to fit every face, and find your fit right from home with a virtual try-on, which you can
That's
do.
how I did it.
Makes you look cute. Yeah.
I made sure I
You
looked-
find the ones that you like the best.
We both dig the cat eye look.
Yes,
personally.
we did. So visualize a fantastic new year with Pair Eyewear.
That's right. Go to paireyewear.com and use the code BINGE, BINGE, for 15% off your first pair. And support our show by mentioning what Women Binge sent you in the post-checkout survey.
Yes, please mention us. That's Pair, P-A-I-R, eyewear.com, code BINGE.
Okay. Oh, this was for me.
What are you excited
Ask
about
me this one.
2024?
Oh, 2024. I have no idea what's coming. I have a little project that we've been working on the side that you know about that I hope lands somewhere, but we'll see. And then Logan and I have been brewing on this idea of like how this is an election year, which is
Don't remind me.
I know. Well, here's the thing.
Here comes marriage therapy.
It can be really stressful for people and it can be really divisive. And we just watched this show. What was it called? Brain, help me. He's not listening. The cult show,
Oh, Mother
Mother of God. And it's this show based on this cult that was Love Has Won is what the cult was called. And
Love Has Won?
yes.
Where were they based out of?
Colorado, I believe, mostly.
Why are they all like in the mountains?
They said there's something about this space that they were in, that there's a lot of cult like stuff that happens there, whatever.
I want to start a cult. This sounds fun.
No, listen.
Okay.
Listen. Cults are bad.
I know, but they sound fun for like a minute.
I love watching shows
I like
about
clubs.
cults, so.
I like clubs. I
Remember
always
the
wanted a
Nexium?
club.
Yeah.
We have a club. The Wellies.
The
Look, I'm wearing my
I
bracelet.
don't have my bracelet on today.
I'm wearing my Wellies
I must
bracelet.
always have it on.
That's our club.
So anyways, we're watching this show about this cult, and most of the people who joined this cult found them on YouTube. And out of these moments of desperation,
So
where
this
they were
is a
just,
recent cult.
yes.
This isn't like in the 80s.
This just ended like in 2020 when the leader died. She called herself Mother God.
Oh, it was a female
And
leader?
it was all based on these like kind of conspiracy theory, like celestial thinking. Like, yeah, I mean, Robin Williams was a galactic leader.
What?
Okay, yeah. Okay. So, but all these people
Did
found
he
it
know
because
that?
they
Did
were
he know he was?
searching for hope. You know, they were looking for answers and they were going on YouTube or Googling these questions they had in their heart. And I think to myself, like, well, this is like, obviously people need hope. People need encouragement. People need a relief from what's going on in the world that's making them question all of this to begin with. So Logan and I have been kind of thinking about how we can bring that to people, whether it's through YouTube or whatever we can make to do that. So that's something that's on our plate for 2024.
Wait, you're going to start a cult?
No, we're the anti-cult. We're going to start, hopefully tell people about Jesus.
Tell people about Jesus.
Hopefully just be encouraging. Hopefully just, if you're searching for anything, hopefully we can land in your world and you won't end up in some crazy cult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
maybe we can point you in more
Some misguided
productive directions.
Yeah,
for
that
your
would be
life.
great.
So that's
my
on
gosh.
there. Yeah, I have no solid concrete plans, but I'm just trusting the Lord's got some good stuff in store.
You just reminded me too that Mason is 18 and he's like,
Okay.
is this year? I don't know if this year is going to look different because is he going to move out? Is he going to go to college? He doesn't really want to go to college. Is he going to get a job? Is he going to get on his own?
He's going to do great.
Or is he going to live in my
He's
basement?
such a
Like, I
good
don't really
kid.
know.
You've done such a good job.
I know, and I'm leaving it up to God. I'm like, look, he's your child first, and he's just put in my care. I'll guide him the best I can, but you got this. Like, and teenagers are tough, man.
I know.
I mean, everybody warns you, but it's really, really
Well, and you're the mama.
a smack in the
You're
face.
like tied to this other person. It's just, ugh.
And I'm always the sucker too. They always called me Santa Claus because I'm always the one that's like, you want candy? You want me to fill your stocking with sweets? You want me to give you presents?
Logan says we have to keep going.
Okay. Haley asked, Amanda, what is it like as an adult to have grown up and become great friends with someone you used to watch on TV? You guys both seem so humble and fun. Aw.
Well, thank you. I am fun.
You're funny. Or as I would tell my kids, funny looking.
No, it's bizarre. It's funny. It's interesting. I didn't seek out being friends with you, but it happened.
No, our kids did. Our kids did it for us.
I mean, it was just meant to be.
My son just forced his way into your house. And then I was like, hey, can I pick up my kid? And you were like, come in and have a cup of tea. Okay.
So I don't know. It's fun. She has taken me on a lot of adventures.
Did I ever do anything that like you kind of like flinch and go, oh God, is she like...
When you didn't know what Aldi was, that was like a... That's how you know you're not normal.
No, I was gonna... No, we don't have that up north.
It's not just that you don't have it up
This
north.
is the grocery store you're talking about,
yes,
right?
but you're
I've
also
still never been in one.
You're not discount grocery shopping.
Oh, it's great. Oh, it's discount.
Yes, very.
Does that mean it's like... See, that makes me think it's like old food.
No. It's like a Trader Joe's situation where it's actually very high quality, but because it's produced only for them, it's not like...
Oh,
it's the opposite of Erewhon, where everything is packaged for them.
Oh my gosh.
It's like luxury.
There's people that do Instagrams about Air One. That's hilarious.
The $74 smoothie.
There's now something called Rayleigh's One, I think, and I wonder if it's WHON or ONE because there's Rayleigh's is like Ralph's and Rayleigh's are like big grocery stores out west, and Rayleigh's apparently has a Rayleigh's One now, and I think it's supposed to be like fancy. It's like fancy grocery.
But yeah, so being your friend and being a normal human is actually
no. But
really
I was going to ask you:
awesome.
Is there anything that I ever do that makes you think about like, oh, she did that on Sabrina, or she did like, oh, that's exactly like she did.
Anytime you wear your combat boots, I'm automatically like, oh, my best friend,
Which has been
Clarissa.
like twice. That's funny.
Like those moments. Yeah, most of the stuff that I see that reminds me of like watching you on TV as a kid is like when Tucker does something.
Oh, really?
Because he is just you.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God, I think he's Mark's twin.
Well, he looks like Mark, but his mannerisms, the way he talks,
Oh, that's funny.
his little like, just quirky things about him. It's just like, oh my gosh, that is Melissa as a child.
Except recently he's been fascinated with always having an Australian accent, so he might not seem so much like me right now.
That's adorable.
You gotta have to hear him. He was ordering ice cream the other day in an Australian accent. He was like, I can't even do it. Like, hello, partner. No, it's not. I'm the worst with accents. I don't know how I'm an actor.
Somebody on stage at the Golden Globes did an Australian accent? It was awesome though. I was like,
Really?
holy cow.
Are you sure they weren't actually Australian? And
No,
you
they
just
weren't.
learned it?
She went into it. Like she said something, thanks for teaching me how to talk with an Australian accent. And then she did it. And I was like,
Oh, that's funny.
whoa, that was
That
impressive.
is great.
Okay, so Kay wants to know, if you had the key to any city for a day, what city would it be in?
Well, I already have one to Enterprise, Alabama, because when we got engaged, they gave me one. And it's actually part of my stand-up routine. If I had a key to any city, I'd want Florence. Oh, for one day?
For one day.
But like,
Could it be like,
but can't you go to any city anytime?
but like, it's yours for the day?
Oh, Florence, Italy. And I get all the gelato and pizza.
That's a good one. That's a really good
I'll just
one.
bring like 200 of my best friends and
Yes,
we'll
please.
have a dance party in masquerade gear and we'll do like a Renaissance ball in the
Okay,
middle of under the Uffizi across the Ponte Vecchio.
I'm down. Let's do
Let's
it.
do it. All the gelato and pizza you can eat.
I don't really have an answer to this question. I'll have to think on that one.
You have a city.
I don't though.
You don't?
Like, no, I really
Somewhere
don't.
like Kyoto, Japan, or
I mean, I would love to go there,
Arctic,
but I don't,
or Iceland, somewhere in Iceland, or
maybe it's in Finland where they say are the happiest people on earth.
yeah, Finland or Norway. One of the
Wherever the
Scandinavians.
happiest people on earth are, that's where.
Let's go there. Ooh, there's a resort called the. It's a terrible name. It's spelled Kaks. It's called Cuxlotten, and it's Kak people.
Say again?
Cuxlotten. Maybe it's Caxlotten. I don't know, but it's it's like glass igloos, and you can see the aurora
Yes,
borealis.
I've
There's
seen
reindeer pulled sleds.
Yeah,
and,
okay, I'll
like-
go there.
Except that someone did warn me that if you go and it's cloudy, Because you can only stay in
can't
the
see
igloos for like 2 nights or something like that, and then
you
they
may
want you in
not
the
get to
resort.
see
You might not get to see the aurora borealis.
I've only seen them from an airplane.
I don't know
think
that
it
I've
would be
ever
really
seen
cool.
them. I didn't know you could see them anywhere except for like the North Pole.
Iceland, yeah.
I had no idea. This one's for me.
Yep.
Katrina.
Katrina wants to know, who was your favorite musical guest on Sabrina, the Teenage Witch?
There were so many. I mean, since we just had the holidays, Johnny Mathis was like a highlight because that's the only Christmas music I ever listened to. My mom had his tape or not
Johnny
even CD.
Mathis impression, go. Dude.
Oh, holy night. No, I don't know. Like he doesn't like. That's more Kermit the Frog. I do more of a Kermit the Frog voice when I sing that song. Oh, holy night. Like that's. I actually have to videotape myself doing that every year for my friends in LA because they're like, do Kermit the Frog. I mean, of course it was fun when everyone wants me to say NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. Phantom Planet was a big one.
Yes.
I loved them. I think I had a crush on one of them.
What was
and
their
I loved
song?
their music. There was one song in particular, and they were on, and
California.
I loved it.
Oh, the OC.
Oh, were they on the OC? That's not
No,
the song
that's the
I knew.
song. That's the,
I
that's
knew
the
it.
theme
There was
song
a
to the
different
OC.
song that I loved
California.
by Phantom Planet. But anyway, I was obsessed with the Monkees when I was younger. I got teased a lot in middle school because I liked the Monkees because it was on Nick at Night, and I loved the Monkees.
I do love Nick at Night.
Whereas everyone else was really into Duran at the time, and I got teased by like my friends' big sisters and by like people at school because I liked the
Duran
Monkees.
is not the same as the one that was lip syncing.
No,
That's
that's Milli Vanilli.
Milli Vanilli.
Duran is like really great.
They're all the
rock.
same.
No, Milli Vanilli was like fake rappy weird reggae something ska. I don't know.
No, they were not. They were. What was the song?
Oh, it was like bebop and it wasn't R&B. It was like
no, what's it? Girl, you know it's true.
yeah, that's like R&B.
Ooh, I want you.
But Duran is rock. Like
Sing Duran.
oh gosh, there's so many. Hungry Like a Wolf.
Oh, I love them. Okay.
You're so young. Oh, that's cute. I love it. I love it. As you grew up, did you feel like you belonged in the industry? Asks Sabrina. Hi, Sabrina. Did I feel like I belonged in the industry? I mean, look, there's always a level of imposter syndrome. Every time you walk on a set, you just have to get through the first day jitters, meet a few people, get through certain scenes that you're not looking forward to. So I don't feel like you ever really feel like you belong in the industry. But now I feel like I do feel like a veteran now, I have to say. Like
You put in the time.
I know the shorthand. I know that there's like a whole different vocabulary. I know the old school vocabulary. You know, I can talk to the old school dudes and hang with some of the older dudes, and I can, and I've done it in the UK, Australia, Italy, Canada. So I feel like I get their language too, all their different terminology. Like I know what a C-47 is, so let's just say that makes me feel like I'm in the industry.
Is that a light?
No, it's a clothespin. What? Yeah, C-47 is a clothespin. Because in the itemized, like when you went to the shop and you had to buy stuff for the set, you would ask for like 20, and that's what they used to hang drapes and lights and sykes and stuff like that. So now they use clamps, the big orange clamps, but they used to use C-47s. And the funny thing is, on set, the C-47 became a big. Used to tag people. Used to stick as many as you could on somebody's shirt. You'd stick the clothespins on the back of their shirt, and they'd walk around until they felt them jingling and hitting their butts and stuff.
That's hilarious.
So like that was the big prank, was like sticking, every time someone walked by, just
You were the target.
stick a C-47 on them. Yep. So yeah, so I feel like I do belong in the industry now.
I will say I do not. I never grew up feeling that way. But that's okay.
But now you're getting there. You're figuring it out, girl.
That's true.
You've been
We'll
around
see.
it enough. You were just in a movie.
I was.
Jingle smell.
Jingle smells, jingle smells. It was really good. It was fun. Okay. Nicole wants to know, have your kids watched Sabrina or Clarissa, and what do they think?
They haven't. They accidentally saw Melissa and Joey because Taylor was coming on the show here, so I had to watch the first episode at least. I watched the first episode. I watched the second episode. Oh, and then this Christmas, I actually made them watch the Christmas episode where we're dressed in like antebellum outfits.
Yes.
Like, we're like pre-war, like Gone with the Wind type. So I made them watch that. They do like Melissa and Joey, but they have not caught on to Clarissa
Everyone
and
is
Sabrina.
on a Melissa and Joey kick right now.
Apparently, a lot of our questions were about that, right?
So I'm going to ask my own question. Will there be more Melissa and Joey?
No, I mean, the show ended in like 2013 15.
Can there be more Melissa and Joey?
No, I don't think so. The network, first of all, doesn't even exist. ABC Family is gone. I don't even know if the production company that produced it, I mean, we produced it as Heartbreak Films, but the one that put the money in, it's called Progco. I don't even know if it's around. And like, I don't even know who owns it anymore. I guess it's a Disney entity, but they don't really tend to reboot stuff like that. I mean, I think that it's having a resurgence because it's kind of like back on streamers or it's hitting internationally or something like that. But I love it.
I mean, I obviously grew up on Clarissa and Sabrina, but I think Melissa and Joey is my favorite to watch.
It's my favorite to do and watch because it was funny. I mean, the other ones are funny and they're smart and but like this is like laugh out loud, kind of a little bit more grown up, gross humor in a way.
But I would never hesitate to let my kids watch it. Like if they're in the room with me. Like,
well, I always say they should be like 13 or above for Melissa and Joey.
Really?
I feel like, yeah, because there's sex, there's drinking. We talk a lot about my character's like a
window.
Like
it's not like a.
She's a lush and she's a slut and like, yeah, it's a little. It's not. It's as much as Friends is or anything. Everyone just mistook it when it was on the air because it was on ABC Family, and everyone thought that meant it was Disney Channel, and it wasn't. And everyone thought because it's me and because it's on ABC Family, it must be a kids show, and it was not a kids show. We had to keep telling people like, it's not a kids show. Don't watch it with your kids. It's more of a young adult show.
Why? Wait. Sorry. Say that again, Brian. He said, "Why did Joey get to be Joey and you had to be Melanie?" Oh. But it's called Melissa and Joey.
That's actually, it's a really funny story. So apparently, it was called Melissa and Joey, and I was Mel and he was Joe. So we were never really Melissa and Joey. We were Mel and Joe. And what's funny is, I swear somewhere once upon a time it said Melanie. Maybe it was on a prop or something. And so I started saying that to the press maybe. And then it was like when the show wrapped, the writers were like, it was weird how you named her Melanie. And I was like, you guys named her Melanie. And they're like, no, we didn't. But my thing during the press was always like, well, it's interesting because, the Huxtables were on The Cosby Show. It wasn't The Cosby Show. It was called The Cosby Show, but it was The Huxtables.
That's true.
So I always use that as my excuse.
And Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, so I'm like, I guess this makes sense that like I'm Melanie, but it's Melissa and Joey. So I just went with it. They say I came up with it, but I think they came up. It just happened, and no one ever talked about it. No one ever talked about it. It's probably a prop. I think I have a desk thing at home that says Mel Burke, but yeah, she was Melanie. I named her Melanie Burke, I guess.
That is bizarre. That never even occurred to me. Brain just brought that up.
Someone asked me that recently too. It's just a bizarre, weird thing, but the show's having a resurgence.
Question I actually did ask you. So have the boys chosen not to watch it, or have you just
They kind of don't like watching me in general.
That's fair.
I think that they get annoyed when I have romantic encounters, Tucker especially. But he has a really hard time with that. But last night he made me and Mark, we went out to dinner and he's like, can you do the TV smooching thing? So Mark and I had to go, because I tried to tell him like, that's how we kiss on TV. We don't actually kiss people. I don't actually kiss other people. I just do the fake thing.
One day he's going to figure out that's not how you kiss. And it's going to be weird for him and whoever that happens with.
No, I told him that was TV kiss. He's seen us really kiss. But he's like, do the TV kiss. Like he thinks that's how I kiss the people on TV. So it's not romantic.
You should have shown him like you put the hand over.
Oh, you do this?
Yeah, or like
the back of your head.
Yeah, however it
goes. What's the last one? Oh, will there be a movie about Melissa's life soon? No,
let's do it.
Come on, let's wait till I'm dead. Maybe I'll have a really tragic ending, and then it'll be a great movie. Because otherwise, I feel like my life's a little boring. And who would I want to play me? Reese Witherspoon's too old now. Maybe her daughter.
Oh, she's pretty.
Yeah, Ava. Is her name Ava?
Yeah.
Also, Ryan Phillippe's daughter. So, yeah, he's handsome. Who would you want to play you in the movie of your life?
Someone hilarious and beautiful. Y'all, the guy at the Publix bakery told me I was beautiful today.
Well, you are.
It made me
shocking to you?
Well, I mean, it's not very when you're not like
and a stranger says it.
Teenage thing walking around, you don't exactly get told you're beautiful all the time.
I know. These days when people stare at you, you're like, is there something in my nose? What's my hair?
Honestly, that's what it was. He kept looking at me and I was like, can I get that? And he's like, I'm sorry. I just have to tell you, you look beautiful today. And I was like, Oh my God.
Did he say it to the person behind you too? Are you sure it was? I'm just kidding.
I didn't stick around to find out. Don't ruin this.
I know. I love it. I love moments like that. Like I think I told you, like walking into the Cheesecake Factory, Mason put his arm through mine and I wanted to scream out. Like just those little moments, like little things. Your son holding your hand or the baker telling you you're beautiful.
My son held my hand in the parking lot the other day, walking into the Mexican restaurant, and it was just me and him. And I mean, I grabbed his hand because we were in a parking lot and that's what moms do. But he didn't like pull away from me or anything. And I was like, oh, he's 11 now. And I'm realizing like, this may not continue for much longer. So in my head, I was like, don't cry, don't cry.
I know.
Cry.
Tucker is still like looping arms with me, holding my hand, laying on me. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm going to keep this.
Sweet.
Even though I'm like ready to not be touched for a while. Like, I feel like Tucker is all over me all the time, but I'm like, I know it's going to stop.
All three of mine are like cuddle kids, like koalas.
Yeah.
And so there are many times where I'm like, Mommy has to pee.
Just like at dinner. Where
and
I
like just go hide in my closet.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I just need like 10
Oh, if I say I have to pee, they follow me. Like that's the worst.
Oh no.
Tucker is right there in the bathroom with me.
I will shoo them out. I'm like,
my bathroom door is not locking. I don't know. It's like the temperature is like none of it's cold here and it's been snowing. The door's been like dropping like doors off,
get it.
So I can't lock it. But what's good is like Mason can't lock his door either. So when he's not answering me, I can bust in his room and be like, hee hee, 18-year-old, what's up? Mom's here.
Hi.
He loves it. Maybe he'll move out soon.
No.
I'm like, yeah and no.
Oh, you know what occurred to me the other day too? In the middle of my existential mom moment. Not the same time, but I think it was that same night. I was laying in bed and I just like tucked him in and went back and I was just thinking to myself, like, he's 11 now. And if he follows a similar trajectory in his life, in 10 years, he could be married.
Oh, no, totally. Have a baby. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like short circuiting. Like,
he'll be
the panic that sets into me.
He'll be getting ready to graduate
say
college. That. Like, it goes by so fast. And do you know that here's a sad thing? And then we'll get happy before we say goodbye.
Okay.
The sad thing is that they say that by the time they're 18, they have spent like 90% of their time with you. I know. It's so upsetting.
All right.
No, well, don't cry.
I'm going to cry.
So just, these next 7 years.
I can't do it.
Take advantage. Although I do hear a lot, especially I think with the pandemic, kids started coming home a lot more. And maybe like after college, kids do come home. So that whole like living in mom's basement, that's fine for a few years if you need it. Or like,
come on, honey.
If COVID happens again, if we have another, global pandemic.
I rebuke
let the kids come
for
home.
saying that. Never again.
Let the kids come home and hang out with you. Might be the biggest blessing.
I mean, I think there are silver linings to those moments, but please, Lord. No more pandemics.
I didn't mind. I mean, I don't want the fear of like people dying, but I do want these. Hey, you have to stay inside and bake bread and paint. Okay,
but not working.
I'll do that.
What's
the one hobby you've ever wanted to pick up? Do it now.
Right. I do remember like the kids going on spring break and then realizing like they're not going back.
Oh yeah,
and being all like concerned, but also like. Heck yes.
Yeah.
Extended summer.
I was very aware of the fact that when we went back, I was going to be doing 3 Christmas movies in a row immediately. And I was like, I better really enjoy this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to rearrange my house. I'm going to redecorate. I'm going to get in great shape. I'm going to read everything. I'm going to organize. I organized all my photo albums online, like all my digital photo albums. I was like, I'm going to do all this crap that like.
Yeah. If we get that kind of time again, though, I would much prefer it not be.
Stuck inside?
Well, I don't even mind the stuck inside because at least it was spring.
I don't understand why we weren't allowed to ski and golf. Like that was the stupidest part to me. But anyway.
Right. Well, we didn't know how it was spread.
No. Yeah.
So, I mean, I get that. But like if we're going to have like a mass amount of time off, let's at least make sure people are like paid and
yeah.
and maybe not dying. Yeah. That would be great.
Yes. Those were the two. Yeah. I mean, and we just went through it. Our industry just went through it again last year with these massive strikes. And this year the crews are supposed to strike. So, they're renegotiating.
Oh,
so we'll see if they strike.
Guys.
I know. Well, but I want them to get
what they need for sure.
They get really crappy deals. So I would like for them to get a much better deal. And hopefully our fight got them.
We're going to need you to stick around.
But we it's tough. It's like,
I know.
It's a tit for that tat kind of thing. Like it's that almost didn't come out right. Woo! Somebody's getting loopy. All right. Well, this has been really fun.
I love questioning.
Q&A day has been wonderful. I hope you guys will do it again. I hope you'll send us some more questions.
If you have more questions, we can maybe try and answer them on Instagram.
I have a question for you guys. What do you want to see? Who is someone that maybe you want us to have on the show
That we haven't already.
that we haven't had on? What is something you want us to talk about? Maybe as a general, like a big topic, like a book series or something. Like what can our content do for you? But
What can we?
what can we? Help me help you. Name the movie. Name the movie. Movie trivia.
New year, new us, but
Yeah,
not
but the same.
but the same.
We like to be reliable and relatable.
I am relatable. Are you?
I don't know. Like 3 people just told me I am, but I don't
Did
know.
you
Maybe some
go
people
wait
think
in line
I'm
for
not.
the crazy Stanley Cup that everybody wants?
No, what the hell was that about? by the
Right?
way?
Okay, I love my Stanley Cup, but
I know you got me mine. I almost sent you a picture when the craze was going on. I was like, "Who?" Oh, I almost posted it because she got me mine with my name engraved on it. It says Melissa in a beautiful blue because I like blue, not pink. So
She also likes pink, but
I'm
she likes-
okay with pink. I don't want it around me that much. But for some reason, I don't know why.
you love
Like
me.
this and the lips I'm looking at is like all I can handle. But no, I love you. And
I am like. Is
you
there
are
an embodiment of a color
No,
that is more?
you are in pink a lot, and that's fine, but I don't want it on me. Oh, our friend Amanda came to work out at BFT the other day, and she was wearing her What Women Binge shirt. Guys, you can get merch. You can get T-shirts, mugs. We've got our, look, here's our muggy mug in pink. We've got in blue, yellow, all different colors. But you can go to the website, whatwomenbinge.com, and find all of our things, links to our YouTube channel. And if you guys wouldn't mind, we would love it if you would spread the word. Just tell people about our little podcast, our YouTube channel. And and go get yourself some merch if you want. But anyway,
We'll see you next week.
it's been fun. We'll see you next week. We'll be back.
What? Woman that binge.